I am Nupur Sampath. I am a mother of two and an ex-banker. My interest in health, nutrition and nature inspired me to look at food in a different way. Through my experiments in the kitchen, I have devised ways of taking out the unhealthy ingredients, replacing them with healthy ingredients, going really authentic on a recipe and coming out with a dish that tastes fabulous. One such dish is dal makhani. Let me show you how. So when we see a dal makhani, we assume they have used two dals, which is your black urad dal and your rajma dal. But the authentic recipe always has a chana dal aspect to it. So it's very important that you also use chana dal while making dal makhani. So we start by soaking these dals. So I have used 1 cup of black urad dal, half cup rajma and 1/4 cup of chana dal. I've soaked this overnight and now I'm going to remove the water. So whenever you soak any kind of dal, it's very important that you don't use that water. Always put fresh water when you're boiling the dal. Soaked water contains certain indigestible sugars from the dal, which are definitely not good for our consumption. Now the plants don't face any gas problems, so this water is very nourishing for them. You must water it. After adding fresh water, we'll pressure cook it for around 5 whistles. Now I will start my first tempering. I'm not using a pan, I'm using a pressure cooker here. You know the restaurants that serve very authentic dal makhani, they put the dal on fire the previous night. It's cooked all through the night and it's taken off fire only when the guests order the dal. So we start with half teaspoon of cooking oil. Now add some jeera. It need not be swimming in oil, it will turn out just fine this way. I'll add some onion. It's 1 whole chopped onion, large one, and cook it on slow fire. I'll add a little bit of salt because you're not using too much oil here. I'm adding around 1 teaspoon of grated ginger and let it cook some more. Now I'll add the puree of 3 tomatoes. So we'll now make a potli of the khada garam masala. I've taken a nice clean muslin cloth. In this I'm adding 2 bay leaves, some elaichi, some dalchini, long and black pepper. Tie it up in a potli. So I'm going to cook the dal with this potli and I'm going to throw it once the dal is cooked. This will ensure that we get the flavors of all the masalas, but at the same time none of the masalas come in our mouth. Now this will go in my gravy. I'm going to take out my pressure cooked dal and add it in here. Now I'm going to mash the dal, not completely, just a little bit. Put your salt, some red chili powder, and some water if required. This dal soaks up a lot of water, so you may need to add a little more. And now close the lid. Now we'll cook this for around 15 minutes. So while the dal is cooking, let's make arrangements for our cream. Of course, I'm not going to use butter or dairy cream. I'm going to make my own super healthy cashew cream. So I'm taking the soaked cashews. These have been soaked for around 4 to 5 hours. Add enough water to make it into a smooth paste. Our paste is ready. Now our dal is cooked and now let's get ready for our second tempering. Half teaspoon of oil. To this add 1 tablespoon of chopped garlic. And to this 1 tablespoon of kasuri methi. Mix it nicely. So our tadka is ready to go in the dal. Before that we are going to remove the masala potli. Now add the tadka and add our cream. And our dal is ready. So our dal makhani is served and I'm sure a lot of you are wondering how it's going to taste with all these healthy ingredients in it. So let me call Shashank, our director. Shashank.
Hello.
try it and tell me.
I can't tell that there's no cream and butter in this. It's amazing.
So I hope you're going to use these tips and methods not just to make dal makhani but for your other cooking as well.